excited to begin worshiping outdoors and being able to gather as a community in person. And we will be offering two options to do that. One is worshiping outdoors, where on Saturday night at 5:30 or Sunday morning at 9:45, you can bring your lawn chair and bring it out to the parking lot here, which will be blocked off, and have a seat and face the church, where we'll be leading worship from right where I am right now, facing the parking lot. And then our other option is going to be drive-in worship, where you will actually drive in on Sunday morning at 8:30 in the morning, enter by the alley, and then come and be ushered to a parking spot by our lovely ushers facing the church wall as well. And with these options of bringing your lawn chair, where we ask you to keep your 6-foot distance, or if you come and drive in, where you can tune in on your radio and listen to the worship that way, we also invite you to participate in communion, which we will have more information about in this video. We hope that all are able to attend, but if you are not able, or if this isn't the right time for you, that's okay, because we still have our online worship option. We will attempt to stream our worship live or have a recording from our Saturday night service uploaded to our YouTube channel so that you can worship with the community here in person or online. So hopefully you can join us Sunday morning to the July 25th and 26th as we kick off this new experiment of worshiping outdoors. Now we know how important it is to maintain our social distance, right, of 6 feet. And so to do that, ensure that safely while we take communion, we've adapted communion a little bit. And what we'll be using for the bread is a slingshot, so be sure to work on your catching skills. The bread of Christ given for you. Oh, no. That just adds protein, right? Just adds protein.
The blood of Christ shed for you.
Well, maybe not, maybe not. We will be maintaining social distance for the health and well-being of all as we partake in communion, but not via slingshot. I think we'll try another method. So in all seriousness, for what we will do for communion, it won't involve a slingshot or a water gun or a water pistol. It will be BYOE, bring your own elements. And this is our way of adapting communion so that we can partake in the meal while also ensuring to follow our call to care for our neighbors and maintain a safe distance and the health and wellness of all. So we are doing BYOE, bring your own elements. And with that, that means you can bring, kind of like a picnic, your communion elements of bread and wine. And some of the breads you might want to consider are either the breads you have in your house, like sliced bread, to a favorite like French bread or Hawaiian bread, or crackers are perfectly wonderful as well, and easy, of course, to transport. So these are a few options of what you can bring for your bread. There's also the options for wine, from little bottles of wine, which are easy to transport, or you can bring a big bottle of wine. But keep in mind that when you bring wine, that there is, of course, the open bottle policy in your vehicle. So after worship, after you've opened the bottle, be sure to put it in your trunk, because we don't want you getting pulled over and having to offer an explanation of, I was just taking communion. So if you don't want to worry about either of those possibilities, or if you prefer, there's always, of course, little bottles of grape juice. Sometimes these are the easiest that I find to use as well. But with that, don't forget something to drink out of, whether it be a little, possibly a little glass like this or like that, or a special glass you have at home that you'd like to bring with to drink your wine in. So bring your own elements of bread or wine and a cup to drink out of, and then at the end of communion, after you've partaken in the meal, you can certainly finish the elements that you have remaining, so eat the rest of the bread or finish the wine. However, if you bring a big bottle of wine, we recommend that you wait till you get home. Now, with that, when we are actually in the service itself, I will invite you to raise the bread as I raise the bread, to raise the wine as I raise the wine during the words of institution. And then, after we say the Lord's Prayer, I'm going to offer those sacred words of, this is the body of Christ given for you. And then at that moment, you can take the bread and take it yourself and serve yourself or your family around you. And then when I say, this is the blood of Christ shed for you, you can take your drink and or serve those in your family around you at that time. And then we will offer our blessing and we will have shared in the meal. And we do this adapted format, and we trust in the confidence of the promise that Jesus is here, and in our Lutheran tradition that it's a mystery. It's a mystery, and we don't know how God works or how Jesus enters into the bread or the wine, but we know that in this mystery, Jesus promises to be here, in, with, and under the bread and wine, regardless of how our minds can comprehend it, regardless of these extreme circumstances in which we gather, and the strange ways in which we adapt so that we can follow our calling to care for our neighbors' health and well-being. So I hope you join us for communion. You are invited to the table in this unique way, but if you feel more comfortable waiting until another time, whether we share at the table together or we are in the sanctuary, you are welcome to do that as well. You can wait until the time is right for you to break your fast. All are invited to the table. I hope you can join us. Hi everyone! I just wanted to take a moment to talk about our safety measures for doing outdoor worship. Beginning with, we're asking you that as you come and go, particularly as you're sitting outside for our kind of outdoor seating with the lawn chairs and everything, that you wear a mask as you come and go from your spot that you sit down at and as you go back to your car, back and forth. That way, as kind of congestion might happen going back and forth between here and your car, we're able to keep the mask on, make sure that we care for others' health. Also, when you do come in, we're requesting that you keep your 6-foot distance, that social distancing that we've become so accustomed to, which is, of course, as you put your arms out, about as far as your arm's length. And it never hurts to take one step over, just a little bit. And so when you bring your lawn chairs in, we'll have you, I know radically, sit towards the front facing the church here, and then build out that 6-foot distance from the front. That way that those who've already sat down can keep their 6-foot distance, and then we'll build out from there. Now, remember that as you sit, that it's really important to keep that 6-foot distance. You don't really want the following to happen. Hi, Becky! It's so good to see you! It's been so long!
Yeah, but we're not supposed to be like hugging and stuff like that.
Oh, are you sure? It's been just so long since I've seen you.
I know it's been a long time. I don't want it to be a long time like someplace else, like in the hospital or something, I like you a whole lot, but like I said, I want to see you standing up, not laying in a hospital bed, type of thing.
Are you sure?
Well, I just kind of want to be careful, Maybe I'll sit over here. Okay?
Okay, I'll come join you.